All right. So, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Eat Drink Travel's virtual vacation to Adare Manor in Ireland. We are at a special time today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, because we actually have a cocktail demonstration that we're going to get from Adare Manor, and we're going to have some fun with some gin, I understand. But before we get started, if you can put in the chat where you are joining us from, because I see we have participants entering. So welcome, welcome, and please share with us where you're at today or this evening.
Everybody's shy today.
I think they are. Oh,
Ah,
there we go.
We were just talking about the weather in Florida. We could do with a bit of it here in Ireland if you wouldn't mind sending some over.
Ann Arbor.
Go blue.
Welcome.
Denver.
Got Wisconsin too. Nice, nice. People are shy today.
who's ready for some cocktails?
I am, but I have my water here so I don't miss that.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's all good.
I almost pulled out my rosé, but I figured we got to hold off until we head over to France for that.
Teresa, where in Ohio are you calling in from? I went to 2 high schools and college in Ohio. I'm curious. She didn't hear me.
That's okay.
Or doesn't want to share. That's okay if you don't want to share.
My mom went to college at the old Cleveland State.
Oh, I went to Miami of Ohio, which was a college before Florida was even a state. So
Well, there you
No,
go.
I went to Eastern Michigan. So we were in the same conference.
yeah, MAC conference, good old MAC conference.
And I got all the perks of Ann Arbor living in Ypsilanti.
There you go.
My son's girlfriend's going to U of M while he's going to state in the fall. So we're going to have quite the fun
Oh
discussion.
boy,
Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Okay, and with that, I think we are a little bit past the top of the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. For those of you who are new to the Eat, Drink, Travel webinars, I am Candace Stearns, and I am joined with 3 of my other 4 compadres who put together this virtual vacation slash webinar series that we've been running since the pandemic started. It started out of a love for travel, and when those of us travel advisors were no longer able to fly freely about the globe, we decided we would start taking our tours virtually. So we've been doing that since late April of last year, and we've had so much fun and so much interaction that we have continued to do this, so that those of you that are part of our meetup groups and may not be able to meet in person together, we can meet every couple of weeks virtually. I will introduce Heidi Thies from Benvenuto Travel. So say hi, Heidi.
Hello, hello.
She is in the Denver, Colorado area. We have Maria Stephanopoulos, who is in the Tampa Bay area from Ingenious
Hello.
Travel. Say hi, yeah. And then we have Angela Urshawood from the Lake Country area of Milwaukee-ish type Wisconsin area.
Hi there.
So
Welcome.
we are the travel advisors who put together these different locations, and today we're going to be visiting Ireland and Adare Manor. But before we introduce Jillian and Carol, I just wanted to pop up here, and we will put this in the chat so that you can copy it and have it for future use. But we can be found on YouTube and private Facebook groups. We have a YouTube channel called Take a Virtual Vacation and another one called Eat, Drink, Travel. And then we have meetup groups all around the country. So I know Maria's going to be hosting I think a brewery, a beer tasting. Is that accurate in July, Maria?
So we're going to be going to a brew house in New Tampa.
And
so that'll
I
be
will
coming
be,
out soon.
yeah, and I'm going to be hooking up with Brown Iron Brew House here locally as well, and we're going to be featuring Germany, and so stay tuned for that date coming. But I know the different areas in Lake Country, Wisconsin, and Heidi and Denver, I do believe a lot of the restrictions are starting to lift, so we'll be hosting in-person meetings for you guys to come to that way as well. Oh, that's not right. Let me get there. And I'm going to now stop my sharing and turn this over to Jillian. So if Jillian, are you able to grab the screen? I think we practiced this earlier.
Can do. I hope everybody's doing well today. So myself and Ariel are delighted to have this time with you to introduce you to Adare Manor in Ireland. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is give you a little, I suppose, taster of the property. And by doing that, we're going to show you a quick video. So just bear with me 1 second, and hopefully the technology works. You might want to turn up your volume just to get the best impact from your side. Enjoy.
Wow.
So that is just to give you a little taster. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to actually bring you through a quick presentation, because obviously the video can only show you so much, but we want to dive deeper and give you a little closer look at everything the resort has to offer. And obviously we'll take some questions and answers at the end if you would like. So I suppose the biggest part for Adare Manor is we actually were bought by an Irish family about 6 years ago. So very local to Adare, and they live very close to the property. And we were very fortunate because they actually closed the property for 2 entire years. And it represents one of the largest investments ever to be seen in Ireland. So it's quite phenomenal what they did over the course of the 2 years. I think at one time we had about 900 construction workers on the property just to make sure that it was all completed on time. It was quite phenomenal. But I suppose, first of all, to tell you where we are. So we're in the southwest of Ireland on the Wild Atlantic Way, which is one of the longest coastal routes in the world. It's 2,500 kilometres long, and it goes from the very tip of Ireland at the north in Donegal right down to the bottom, my home county down in County Cork. And it's just the most incredible drive. And it's not something that you can do in 1 week in Ireland. You definitely need a little bit longer or to come more than once. So to get to Adare, you would either fly into Shannon Airport, which is our closest airport. It's about a 30-minute drive from the property. Or alternatively, you can fly into the capital, which would be Dublin. And Adare is literally all motorway across the country from Dublin Airport. So it takes about 2.5 hours by car. So either way, you know, the drives all the way down to Adare are just incredible. So just to kind of give you a little idea of, you know, what's around Adare. So our closest city, it's at the top left-hand side of your screen. It's called Limerick. So it's quite a vibrant city. It's about a 10-15 minute drive from the property. And there's huge amounts to do and see, you know, obviously on property, but when you get that time to get off property, and we do recommend it, there's beautiful castles to visit. Obviously, we showcased the Cliffs of Moher at the very start. So that's iconic to Ireland. That's about an hour and a half's drive, and just it's breathtaking to go to the cliffs. You can either view it from on top and you can see down to the ocean below, or you can actually view it, go out in a boat now and look up at the cliffs, which is just as spectacular. Then you have Foynes Flying Boat Museum, where the first flying boat landed transatlantic into Ireland. That's about a half an hour's drive from Adare. And then you have beautiful local markets that do artisan stalls with live music, and they're just my absolute favorite. But a huge thing for Adare Manor is actually the village that we're located in, called Adare. So it's known as one of the most picturesque villages in Ireland. Now I have to agree, because I live here, so I am slightly biased about it, to be fair. But beautiful thatched cottages, you've great pubs, not as good as Ariel's taproom bar here, by the way, which we'll get into further detail. But incredible restaurants. So if you want to go down and, you know, I suppose experience the culinary experience down in Adare, or just to meet the locals, it's, you know, amazing to do that. So the gates of Adare Manor are actually in the village of Adare. But because we're on 842 acres of land, it does take about 10 minutes to walk up from the village. But we have complimentary house cars to transport you around if needs be. To do the most incredible arrival to the property, these ladies can arrange this for you, a horse and hound welcome. So they'll greet you at the front gates of the hotel, lead you up the tree-lined avenue, and then you have an opportunity to take photographs with the horses and hounds, and then generally assist us get the hounds out of the hotel, because they have great taste and all they want to do is get into the property. So this will just give you some aerial views. Like some people say, God, the weather in Ireland. Look, you don't come to Ireland for the weather. We can have 4 seasons in every day. But I tell you one thing, every season is just as spectacular as the other seasons in Ireland. And the next couple of images will show you why. So Christmas at Adare, it's just magical to have that holiday season. We do get a little bit carried away, to be fair. We put up a lot of Christmas trees and we just really get into the spirit of Christmas. And then this was just taken back in February. So it'll just show you how the seasons change in Ireland. You know, you go to bed, isn't it just the most stunning image? Yeah, I thought the first aerial image was my favorite until this was taken back in February, and I just think it's breathtaking. So it just shows you how much, you know, the landscape can totally change overnight. We've lots of lounge areas in the hotel where you can relax, just read a book by the fire if you like, or we, you know, serve different culinary delights throughout the day. We've got private rooms, so the library is for that beautiful private family occasion. We have 2 restaurants, one which is a Michelin star restaurant, which we're very proud of, the Oak Room. And then we have 3 different bars, the Tack Room, which is the top left, which we're coming live from today. And then the bottom right is our exquisite wine cellar. So the most experiential part of this room is you actually get to go back of house to get into this space. And I just think it's very unique that you get to go down the back corridors where the team are when they're not out on the floor, and you get to see all the little nooks and crannies down there. We've got a cinema for kids, which they absolutely adore, because we have a Disney movie on every day. And then this is where you'll have breakfast in the Minstrels Gallery, which is actually based on the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles. And it's the second longest hall in Ireland, and no photograph does it justice. You have to see it to believe it. We have larger rooms for those magical special days. And then we have 104 bedrooms in the castle. So different bed configurations, some if you're traveling on your own, some if you're traveling in pairs, or if you're traveling with an extended family, we've lots of interconnecting options, or that pull-out sofa bed, or the 2 beds if you want to have the kids in the same room as you. Regardless of which category, the views on the 842-acre estate is absolutely exquisite from each bedroom. And then we have incredible ornate suites, as you can see here as well. And then just a 3-minute walk from the hotel, we have our golf clubhouse. So very casual brasserie style affair, again, fabulous for families or for golfers, lots of different nooks and crannies over there. And then activities. Well, hopefully we have something to suit everybody's taste. One of the big elements of Adare is our golf course, which we completely redesigned when we were closed those couple of years ago. And when we redesigned it, it was actually redesigned by an American architect, Tom Fazio. And when he redesigned it, he put this technology underneath the golf course called sub-air. So the interesting thing about this is it's only under a handful of golf courses in the entire world. And basically what it does is when it rains in Ireland, which only happens on occasion, it'll control the moisture so it can suck the water from underneath your greens. So that part of your golf course is bone dry all year round. So because of the investment that's gone into the golf course, we're super excited to host the Ryder Cup in 2027. But you don't have to, enjoy or play golf to stay at Adare. We have a whole host of other activities. So we have complimentary bikes for our guests. We do horse and carriage rides around the 842 acres. We have gun dog lessons. You would run away with the dogs. They're just amazing. Falconry, which is one of our most popular activities. We fishing on our own river, which flows right through the resort. And believe it or not, we launched our own mindfulness tours in February of last year. So we've never needed those more than ever. We have archery on property. We just launched our new spa treatment this week called 111 Skin. They're only in about 30 spas in the entire world. So we're super excited to have 111 Skin on board. We offer skeet shooting, whiskey and wine tasting, any tasting with Ariel, who does it incredibly well. We have horse riding, and then just last year we launched the Paddle Club. So this has a 17-meter pool, sauna, steam room, 2 indoor paddle tennis courts, which is one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now. It has its own simulator room. We've got bar, yoga, you name it over there. And then a couple of more adventurous activities, not for the faint-hearted. We have axe throwing, we have Bear Grylls Academy, and we also have blindfolded driving. Or if you don't want to do it blindfolded, we have the off-road driving tracks also. And then if you're just looking for that extra little bit of space on the resort, we have 2, 3, and 4 bedroomed lodges and cottages. They're only a 3-minute walk from the hotel. And they each offer their own bedroom with a private bathroom. You've got a sitting room, kitchen, dining room area. So great if you want to base yourself in the southwest of Ireland and tour around. Or if you're a golfer or a family, as I said, looking for that extra bit of space. So obviously the ladies can cater for all your requirements if you just want to get to Ireland as soon as possible. The exciting news for us is we will be allowed to reopen on June 2nd. We're literally counting down the days. And then in terms of international travel, we are expecting an update from the Irish government later this week. So we do think it'll happen at some stage over the summer. We're just waiting to get that date. So we just can't wait to welcome guests back to the resort. Anyway, enough from me. We're really here to hear from Ariel. So Ariel's been with the resort since prior to reopening, back to 2017. Originally from Poland, he's won gold at the World Championships and competed against 65 countries. So I can't compete with him on his cocktail making experience. It's just phenomenal. So I'll hand you over to himself.
Good evening, ladies.
Welcome, welcome. We're excited.
I hope you are very well. My name is Ariel, and today I'm gonna make 4 cocktails, or maybe 5, if we have time. Something easy, something tasty, something with fancy glasses. And,
I have my fancy glass. I just don't have your mixing capability.
Maybe I use the international gin. You're okay, Gillian, for that? Because if we need to repeat the cocktail, that will be fine, you know. The first, we make nice ice, which I have this here. Make the ice ball. and we chill the glass first. Very important. After, we need to add 40 milliliters of gin. $15 milliliters of orange liqueur. You can use Cointreau or Grand Marnier. After we have lovely lemon juice, 25 milliliters. You can use the squeezer. Next is the homemade jasmine tea cordial, which is very easy to make. If you like, Julian, I can send the recipe. It's only 25 milliliters. And finally, we have lovely orange marmalade from Adare.
On brand, Ariel. I love it.
And the ice, I'm sorry, is ready.
Beautifully round and spherical.
Everybody needs one of those machines at home.
Yeah. lovely.
Agreed.
You might be short one in the morning, Ariel.
Actually, I have only one.
Oh.
And now it's ready for shake. Got some ice. Got the shaker. And hard shake for like 10 seconds. Okay. Take out the ice from the glass.
That's when you say shaken, not stirred.
Exactly. We can use double strainer because we don't want any ice in this cocktail. Okay. We can put lovely ice ball inside. Oppa, sorry.
So Jillian, you're going to have to sample because I don't have a straw long enough to go from Detroit to your manor.
You to suggest it.
For garnish, we can use this lovely, I don't know if you can see.
I'll just bring it over because I think it's exquisite the way it's being done.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So pretty, like a beautiful flower.
And we can put like that. And we can finish with orange zest.
It nearly looks too good to drink, Ariel.
And the cocktail is ready. Thank you so much. That's the first one.
So I have a question. You said you had a special ingredient that you put in there that you said you could send a recipe out for so we can send it to the guests.
Jasmine tea cordial.
Okay. It's got jasmine in it. Okay, wonderful.
What could be used instead of that? Could something be used instead of that?
Honey.
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 Okay.
Honey.
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 Okay.
Very, very.
Perfect.
It will be close, yeah. Maybe the second cocktail is with gin again. Use this beautiful glass.
Wow.
Fun. It's like a little bird.
Yes. And fresh raspberries. We need like 6.
Oh, those are my favorite. Now I'm really wanting to be in your cellar.
Coffee this summer. After gin again, maybe this time we're using Roku gin, the international gin from Japan.
I love the bottle.
It's very nice, huh?
Beautiful.
We need 40 milliliters. 30 milliliters of egg white, 30 milliliters of rhubarb cordial,
Did you say rhubarb?
yes, I can send the recipe as well if you like.
Yes.
And fresh lemon juice.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is right up my alley, I'll have you know. These are all the favorite ingredients.
I will taste them all for you and let you know.
Actually, can taste them. And now it's very important. We need to use dry shake. That means we need shake without ice. But here I have a lovely blender. I don't know if you can see, and I can use this blender.
Yep, we saw it.
And I got lovely foam. I don't know if you can see this.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's the quietest blender I've ever heard.
And now we need up the ice and shake again. Okay. We need some straw. Okay. And garnish.
Wow.
Another one.
Very nice.
It's like way too pretty to touch.
It's
Erin.
very nice. Huh? It's,
It's gorgeous.
next. This cocktail won a gold medal in national cocktail competition. It's called Japanese Garden. To make this cocktail, we need to use Star of Bombay, 40 milliliters. After, we can use dry wine.
I actually love that wine.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous wine.
Sauvignon Blanc, 25 milliliters, like this. Fresh lemon juice, 20. The squeezer is here.
I might be able to recreate these with the ingredient list, but I don't have these wonderful glasses that you're using. They're so beautiful.
Oh, they're incredible.
You can send the website.
Yeah, I just love them.
It's nice, no?
Mm.
Different, looks different.
Yeah.
And yes, we have wine, we have gin, we have fresh lemon juice, matcha green tea sugar syrup. It's from Monet. You can get everywhere this sugar syrup, Amazon or eBay. We have 20 milliliters. From the same company, we have yuzu puree, 20. And rice milk, 60 milliliters of rice milk. I know it's sounds very strange, rice milk, gin, but works very, very well.
I trust that it'll taste
Yes.
amazing, Ariel.
And we shake again for like 10 seconds. Okay, double strainer. You have lovely color.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Finish with lemon zest. And for garnish, I have lovely dry lavender. And this small tray with sugar flowers. And straw.
The flowers are the garden. It's so pretty.
It looks
That's-
amazing.
Just beautiful. Wow.
Thank you so much. And you have one more to go. Very easy to make at home. It's only honey water, gin, fresh lemon juice, and a dash of soda water. We need to fill the glass. $50 of gin, and it's again the bomber. Fresh lemon juice, 30 milliliters.
I wish I could transport everyone here because the smells coming from all of these different drinks is just incredible.
I can't imagine. I am looking so forward to coming to the manor and having all these, trying every one.
I want to know how long of how much practice you had to do to learn all those fancy moves that look so elegant.
That comes very naturally, Ariel.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
How long are you actually doing this though as a profession?
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well versed at this stage.
Thanks so much. And finally, we have honey water, which is 8 parts of honey and 2 parts of boiling water. And we need 25 milliliters. Okay. Again, we shake. We have some ice cube, big ice cube. And we can make logo now, like this. I don't know if we can show this.
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, is that the logo? Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's beautiful.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know, right? An ice cube, a normal ice cube will never be the same again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, double strainer. We don't want any pieces of lemon. small dash of soda water.
Just to make it a little fizzy.
Really. Finish with lemon zest, and for garnish, some dry lemon.
Lovely.
Very much like this.
Gotta hand it to you. I definitely want to come right away now. What
They
is you
all look
say?
delicious.
June 9th, you said?
We're counting down. We're counting down the days.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful.
Could you just recap the names of each of those drinks?
This cocktail is called Japanese Garden. And actually, I don't have names for these cocktails because I made these cocktails yesterday. Just,
Wow.
you know.
They're special
Yeah.
cocktails for when you come to Adare Manor.
Wonderful. I'm gonna look for them on the menu. You can put them on the menu and I'll be like, I was there when he was inventing them.
Exactly. So does anybody have any questions for Ariel?
We were just having people ask for recipe information, but I know you can send that out afterwards. So that's why I kept interrupting you.
Not at all. We'll send that out so that we can share it so that everybody can make the cocktails at home.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And then we did have some questions about the manor as well. So I guess I can start. Someone had asked in relationship to, they must have saw like the skeet shooting and things that are available on property. Do you also have the ability to set up like pheasant hunts and things like that? Or is that something they would have to do off property?
There is hunts that you can do off property, and we can point guests in the right direction for that if they'd like to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that we can't offer on property, you know, our concierge team are here. We've got an experiences team. So we're happy to assist with any of those queries for guests off property.
Wonderful. I know Mary had asked the panelists as well if we were going to be planning an Eat Drink Travel group trip to Ireland, and we definitely have Ireland on our list. We haven't decided the timing because we were waiting for the EU to come out with when, obviously, they were going to be opening everything back up. And it's my understanding each government entity is coming up with dates. And as Jillian had mentioned, June 2nd is when everyone's going to be able to start coming in. And you had touched on this a little earlier, Jillian. Do you know yet what type of protocols are going to be in place while people are in the manor starting June 2nd? Do you have like reduced capacity, for example, when people are booking into the hotel, or is there spacing or those kinds of requirements? Because right now we're hearing that some countries in Europe, as they're opening, are having, you know, maybe they're 50 or 60% capacity versus 100, that kind of thing.
So out of the 104 bedrooms that we have in the castle, we could sell all of them if we wanted to, but we've chosen not to, just like the last time. So we'll go to about 70% capacity on the resort. And to be honest, we're going above and beyond in all the measures that are required to keep our team as safe as possible and all the guests that are coming to stay with us, but done in such a tasteful way that you wouldn't even know that this pandemic is still among us all. So like, we don't use any yellow stickers or anything like that. It's all very tastefully done. You know, everybody has a temperature check when they come into the hotel. That's whether at the front door for our guests or back of house for our team members. So everything, you know, even down to the bedrooms, if you don't want it to be serviced, nobody will enter into the room. It's entirely up to you. Obviously, you have 2 meter spacings in all of our restaurants. So like every measure is being met. And as I said, going above and beyond, but also just in a very softly approach, so that you can stay. That's probably one of our biggest feedbacks from when we were, you know, open last year, that people just forgot about what was going on around them, you know, so it was lovely. They felt extremely safe. Just touching on, as I said, Adare Manor's reopening on June 2nd. That's the Irish government have given Irish hotels the date that they're allowed to reopen then. And obviously at the end of this week, we will receive an update on when we can start allowing international travel again. So we believe, you know, among the EU that it will be from July 1st. However, each country has 6 weeks, I believe, to implement it. They're kind of the rumors that we're hearing right now, but obviously further clarification will come at the end of this week. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, that's kind of, you know, what we've been sharing with our clients and our prospective clients, because of course we're all excited to return to travel. Let me just be very frank. And some of us have been traveling. For myself, and I know the other ladies, the other travel advisors, we've all traveled, whether domestically or to countries that are open to US citizens, because not everybody has been, obviously, but we're really excited about all of the different countries making their reopening announcements. So super excited to head back to Ireland, and I cannot wait. It's going to be exciting for all of us. So
yeah, and we can't wait either. Honestly, we are so excited to have guests back on this resort. It should never have to close its doors, and God will never close its doors again.
Yes. So ladies, did you have any other questions in the through the panelist chat? I can't check it, so I don't know if any of you had seen anything else.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to.
How many days, Jillian, would you suggest? Oh, 1 second. How many days would you suggest at the Manor to get a good sense of everything that's there, and also be able to do any day trips or excursions?
Great question. So our average length of stay would be between 3 and 4 nights. We would definitely not recommend 1 night. I think that's just a tease. You arrive, you leave the following day, you don't even get to explore the resort fully. So definitely 3 to 4 days. One, because obviously there's so much to do on the resort. And then to have the village of Adare on our doorstep, that in itself needs at least half a day to explore. And then there's so many day trips that can be done from Adare, whether it's the Ring of Kerry, the Dingle Peninsula. Definitely 3 to 4 nights.
Perfect. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. This was wonderful. I'm thirsty. I want a drink. It's not really suitable time here yet, but soon, in a couple hours.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. We could go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I think I might be trying to do my own mixology after we get off the call. Those of you, just again, if you didn't catch this at the beginning, I did put in the chat the information about where you can find us on YouTube and how you can connect with us through our local meetup groups. And you can copy all of the information in the chat by when you open up the chat box in the lower right hand corner, there's a little box with 3 little dots. When you click on the 3 little dots, there's an option for you to save the chat. So you can do that. And then have our information for the future. And again, as I mentioned, all of us have local meetup networking groups that we have, and we'll be posting future in-person meetup groups very soon. So keep your eye out for that. And thank you again, Carol and Jillian, so much for spending your evening with us. And we look forward to seeing you next time for our next virtual vacation.
Yeah, and Ariel, thank you for the drinks.
Yes,
Although
thank you
Jillian, I
so
really
much.
think you need to try them before we're off camera.
I'm going to try them all now. Very important. So a huge thank you for your time. We really appreciate both Ariel and I, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.